Hello, hello, it is Chris Raquel and I am back again with another video. Today is day 20 of 21 and I do have a special topic for today. It is the topic, it's going to be a quick video, it's just the basics of how to do online dating. I know that online dating is definitely a thing now, and a lot of times people don't really know what to do in terms of how to find people who are going to be a good fit for them. Especially with online dating, there's so many options, there's so many people online, so you automatically think, okay, there's so many people online, so there's so many options. That's not necessarily the case, because sometimes the people that do go online dating are a little bit different. So what you want to do when you're first going to be online dating is you're going to want to first make sure you're setting up a good profile. That's after you found the right fit for you in terms of which websites are going to be the best. So there's plenty of websites. There's some Christian ones, and there are some mostly non-Christian ones. So you will find the best fit for you. And luckily, most or a lot of the apps at least give you the opportunity to be able to say what type of, I guess, what your beliefs are, and whether or not you're looking for someone who aligns with those same beliefs as you. So, okay, what we would want to do first is you pick the site, and then you're going to set up your profile. You definitely want to say at least a little bit about yourself. Have a couple lines. I would say no more, but have about a paragraph. No, you don't want to put like your whole life story. That's what the dating is about. But you do want to at least give him something, or her, depending if you're a man or woman, something to, gauge you with. So you make that decision, you put something about yourself, talk about yourself, not too much. You don't have to say what you do for a living. I don't really advise women to really talk too much about that, but in terms of having a man think that you make so much money, or even if you do, I definitely don't recommend that you do that. Tell him at least. Okay, so you put your little profile up, you talk about yourself, you can say, hi, my name is, first name. I always think I put like things that I love to do, like, oh, I love doing this, and what I want for the world, or what I want for myself, blah blah blah. I don't remember exactly, but just something nice. A paragraph is fine. I think I would usually put like maybe 4 sentences, something like that. Definitely don't want like, nowadays, I mean, you can, especially if you're on the older side, but you don't want to put like 2 pages, absolutely not, but like a page maybe if you want to write a lot. But I don't recommend that. Like, a lot of people, it's better for them to be a little bit intrigued. A paragraph is good. 1 sentence, I say, is too little, because then they're really just basing everything about your looks. Okay, so after that, you have your page set up. You want to put your pictures up now. You don't want to put too much information about yourself. I would say if you're a single mother, most of the times you can leave that question blank about whether or not you have children, yes or no. I would leave it blank. I would not say yes or no. Just leave it at that. And then from there, you want to put your pictures. Absolutely no filters on your pictures, ladies and men. No, no, no. And if anyone asks, just make sure that your pictures are recent. I would say your pictures all should be within the past year. If you've maybe like lost a lot of weight from a year ago, or gained a lot of weight, then your pictures need to be more recent than that, because whatever pictures you're showing, they're expecting you to look like that. So if you're not going to look like those photos, you need to put pictures that you look like. I know, especially men, you may think that's how you look, but you don't. So I made sure that all my pictures were actually from like 2 months ago, when I did online dating. So keep that in mind. And then the next step is, once again, the picture should be flattering, ladies. No revealing cleavage line. I had no pictures showing my breasts, no cleavage line, nothing seductive. I wasn't wearing a skin tight dress. I can't remember exactly what my photos were, but I know I was covered. The most I had was like maybe like a sleeveless shirt. No breast was showing. You want to advertise yourself as classy. Even if you're not and you're trying to get classy, still advertise yourself that, because that's going to determine who is actually going to be reaching out to you. Then from there, make sure you're picking, don't paste your Instagram link, don't paste your Facebook link in there at all. And go from there. If you want to have yourself verified through the dating app, you can do that as well, just in case, because there are going to be people who are going to ask you to FaceTime. And go back to that video about why you should not FaceTime before a first date. I have that in my videos. I'll put the link below as well. So you have your pictures. Don't want to put your whole life story. Don't want to put all your pictures from your Instagram. Maybe put like 5, 6 is good number. 10 is too many. When you have 5 or 6, you can make sure you put a picture of you recently doing something fun, or I would say of those 6 pictures, if there's something that happened in your life that was super fun, you really enjoyed, and it was like 2 years ago, you can post it. But that should only be one picture. It should not be all your pictures, because everything, the majority, 90% of your photos need to be within the past couple months. I say past a year, but you should at least, if you're putting 6 pictures up, at least 2 should be within the past couple months, like 2 months, okay, 3 months max, and the rest, at least 2. The rest can be within the past year, and you can have 1 that's like the past 2, 3 years. 1, if it's something that you did, you were skydiving, something crazy, something fun that really showcases who you are, or you were traveling, backpacking somewhere. Yes, you can put that picture. Otherwise, no. Okay. And then now goes to the process of how you vet the people that are going to be reaching out to you. So if you're using something like, let's say, the most popular dating website that we all know starts with a T, if you're using that website, just know that has, as far as I can see, in terms of the young generation, like up to mid-30s, from like 18 plus, that has the most users, I believe, the most users in the database. So what you're going to do, you're going to know that there is, keep this in mind, ladies. 1, you've shown all your pictures, you're looking attractive, nice, beautiful. Me personally, I always had my makeup nice looking, my face beat. If that's you, then do that as well, because that's how I would go on my first date, looking amazing, face beat. If you're, also ladies, if you're black or you're Hispanic and you wear weaves, if you know you don't have a weave, you're not gonna be going on your dates with a weave, make sure you're showing your hair at least natural in some of the pics. If you know that you've stopped wearing weaves 2 years ago, you shouldn't have all your pictures with a weave, because the man is gonna be looking at you like, oh, I like that weave. Me, I had pictures of me with my hair natural, and I had recently got my hair done, with like a weave, so I uploaded those pictures, but I had both. And when I went on my dates, I initially had a weave, and later on I had natural hair. So yeah. And then from there, the men are going to be reaching out to you. So there's a lot of users on one particular website, and I'm sure there's a lot more. The website base is increasing, but the one that starts with the T has been around longer. So you're going to be looking out for those men who's going to be reaching out to you. You're going to be like vetting them, and just know, just because there's a lot of men reaching out to you, that doesn't mean that you need to talk to them at all. Remember, this is the main thing. There's going to be a lot of people that reach out to you if your pictures look beautiful, if you look nice, if you have your hair done, if you're wearing pretty clothes that flatter your figure. And of course, ladies, sure, if you want to be seductive and you want to show your cleavage line, and you want to show you wearing a booty shorts, and you're showing with your butt turned around to the camera and you looking back at it, all right, you're going to have a lot of pictures, men reaching out to you, but I guarantee you those men reaching out, they're not a good fit, and they're not somebody who would marry you. So if that's what you want, go right ahead. But if you're looking for somebody who's going to be taking you seriously and eventually to marriage, you can't have those type of pictures. And if that hurts you and says, well, no, people aren't reaching out to me anymore, that means, okay, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but maybe you're not as beautiful as you thought. Everyone is beautiful in God's eyes. But if a lot of men are reaching out to you when you have your cleavage line and your booty shorts, and you're looking back at it, and no men reach out when you have normal pictures, maybe it doesn't mean you're not attractive. It just means that the people were reaching out to you because you were attractive. It was because you looked like you were selling your body, or like you were probably open to be physical on the first date. But just keep that in mind. So yeah, make sure your pictures are flattering, nothing seductive, nothing revealing. And then from there, there's going to be a lot of people that reach out to you, I'm assuming. There's going to be a lot of men that reach out to you with your classy photos. Some are going to be good. A lot are going to be bad in terms of candidates, not bad people, nobody knows. Some are going to be okay candidates, some are going to be good, and few are going to be great options for your life. Very few. So the key is to find who is good and who is not. So what you're gonna do, this is going to take time. One, you're not going to be doing this on your work day. You're not going to be spending time responding to men on your work day. You have to have a full life. You have a job. You can respond after work, okay? Or before work if that's what you want to do. You're not responding throughout the day. You have a life. You're not pressed, okay? So now what you're going to do, you're going to, maybe if you want to check online, check on seeing anyone respond to you in the morning if you want to, if you have time for that, okay? And then you're going to maybe check it out. Check out their page. If you're seeing the men and they're not a physical, what do you call it, a body trainer, physical therapist trainer, they're not at the beach, and you see them with pictures in the gym with their shirt off, not a candidate for you. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't need to tell you why. They're just not. X them out, okay? They're trying to sell something. They're trying to show off their physique. If they're not at the beach with their shirt off, if they're not a physical trainer showing something, showing their muscles, or if they're not in a fitness competition like Arnold Schwarzenegger used to do, and they just have their shirt off, mirror pick, whatever, just naked on top, seductive, trying to show their V line, even if they're not showing their V line, just showing off their chest, X, no, okay? Next time, if they're reaching out to you, I don't care how hot you think this person is, shirt off or not, you're not looking at them for their physical looks, okay? You're looking at them for who's going to be your husband, who's going to be a good fit for you, who is going to provide for you and take care of you. So X that person out. Also, if anyone says, hey ma, hey sexy, you look so good, anything like that, I'm sorry, don't respond to them. No, it's just speaking from experience. There's no reason to respond to people like that. No. Hey sexy, what's up ma? Also, unless they're from a different country, if they don't have correct grammar, that's, you proceed if you want to, okay? But just know, if you also don't have good grammar, it's okay, maybe you could respond. But I mean, like if they say, hey, what you do, how is you don't want to talk to them. I mean, okay, I'm not judging. Okay, once again, if you're like that too, then okay, I'm sorry. There's nothing up against those people, but that just, okay, I'll just say the reason why I said it is because that person, to me, if they were raised in the United States, if they're from here, unless they have a learning disability, which that's your choice if you want to find out whether or not they do, there's no reason why they should be speaking like that, and that shows that they didn't care enough to probably better themselves and improve their life. If they're speaking like, hey, what are you, who you, how you cute, like I said like that, you cute, who you, where you do, what you do. No, unless they're from a different country, okay? And then from there, you're just going to see how they're treating you. So the people that you do respond to, they're going to start off saying nice things like, hi, how are you? Or even if they don't say that, say, hi, what's your, hi, or what's your name if you never put your name. Hi, what's your name? I wanted to know, I wanted to get to know you better, or something like that. Hi, I'm so-and-so. Oh, also, if they start revealing their whole life story in the first message before you even respond, like, hi, I'm so-and-so, I have 3 businesses, I'm doing my best as a single father, I'm trying my best in this world, and I started my business. I want to let you know how successful I've become in the past year, and I'm looking for a lady who's going to share it with me. Don't respond to any of those long-winded responses, because I can almost guarantee you that is a copy and paste from what they send to every woman. Even if they send it in the second message, after they say, hi, how are you? You say, hi, I'm good. And they say that? No. So first or second message, if that comes in, no, please delete and block. After that, you want to just keep going forward and see who's going to respond. If somebody says, hi, how are you? You engage with them. Once again, you're not doing this you're not doing this within your work hours. You have a life. Next thing, if they say, hey, how are you? You say hi back. And then they say, I'm so-and-so. I want to get to know you, which is nice. Then you say, okay. And then you say, okay. Well, so ask them a question. They ask you a question. And then they say, oh, what do you do? What do you do for work? I had someone who recently told me that somebody was like, oh, yeah, so you working hard over there. Like, Some ladies might find it as a turn off. Ladies, be mindful. You don't want to lie to a man about what you do for work, but keep it vague. Stick to the industry that you do. Don't talk about how you're a director, how you're a high level manager. Absolutely not, because you don't know what the men are going to be reaching out to you for if they're looking for your bag, for your money, okay? Be mindful of that. Try to stick to, ladies, sometimes you're trying to win men, trying to talk about what you do. That's not going to help you. That's not going to give you the man that you're supposed to have. And even if the man is a good candidate, sometimes men, they can change. They can be like, oh, okay, that's a good option, so she got money, all right. If you're advertising that, don't do that. Don't advertise your money. Don't advertise your coins. Don't advertise what's in your bag, okay? And then you're gonna just tell him, like, let's say you work as a manager for a high level, no, let's say you work for a manager that deals with clients and the industry is a call center. What I would do is say, oh, I work in customer service, because you do, that's your field, and let's leave it as that. If they start prying for other information, then you can just kind of describe what you do. Don't mention that you're managing anything. Just say, oh, I do this. I deal with, what I do on a daily basis is I deal with incoming inquiries from clients. If it's true, you can say that. Don't give them too much information. Don't be super specific, especially when you're in a high level role. If you're I will say, if you work in health administration as a manager in some department in a hospital, what you would say is, I work in healthcare. I work in healthcare. Yeah, I really like what I do. I deal with like a lot of billing. And if you're working as like a manager, not managing people and stuff, you can definitely describe what you do without, you're not fibbing or anything like that. So keep that in mind. Keep it basic. I remember I did that, and I could tell. I said, whatever, I don't know what job I had at the time. Maybe I was in this current role. I'm not gonna really describe what I do right now, but I mentioned, I was like, yep, I work in customer service. Like, I told them I wasn't really interested. It was so funny to me. So watch that. They shouldn't even care really about what you do. They should, of course, be interested. Like, oh, okay, do you like what you do? Yeah, I love it. Like, it's really good. I really enjoy my job, and I make ends meet, something like that. Don't make them think that you're lazy, but you also don't want to make them think that you're getting so much money. If you're making like, if you can tell it's not really important about the income, but a lot of men will try to latch on to ladies who they think have money, and then don't be surprised if they start thinking you need to pay for the dates. And ladies, you don't have to advertise that, because sometimes men are good men, but then when you start advertising those things, they kind of, that money is seductive to them. Men love money because they're supposed to be the earners or the providers. So sometimes when you earning money and you're showcasing that, they're gonna like that. They might not even know that now they're interested in you because of your money, but subconsciously they are. So just keep it off the table. Stop trying to make yourself attractive with money. That's not helping you. It's not gonna help you get to the role that you want to in a relationship. So might be mindful of that. Okay, so now the man is talking to you. Once again, you're talking to him outside of working hours. Then what's gonna happen? Because you're not on there so often, it's going to take probably a few days or so before he asks for your number, or before you see the message to give the number. So it's a good thing. You're actually going to be living a full life. It's not that you're pretending that you're not around. You're really seriously at work during your working hours, and you're outside of your work. You can check. You're not going to stay on the app for multiple hours. You're going to respond, check, see who's on there, maybe swipe on some people if that's how the website works, whatever website you're on. But also be mindful which website you're on, so just be careful. So if you're on the one with the T, there's going to be a lot of people that reach out to you before you find good catches. So every person that reaches out to you, you're not responding to and being like, oh yep, they're the one, let me talk to them. No, I don't care how attracted you are to them. If their profile's not showing anything good, if they're saying nasty stuff in their page, if they their pictures are, look seductive, no. Okay, but anyway, so now you've talked to the man. It's going to take a couple days for him to reach out to you. And then from there, for him to ask you for your phone number. And then from there, what you're going to do is you will give him your number if you're interested, or if you want to take some more time to get to know him online. It should probably be just a couple of days. If you can typically vet and see if someone's crazy. If within those 2-3 days when you were talking to him, chatting, he started saying sexual things, nope, you're done. He's not even gonna get a chance to ask for your number. Okay, so you're taking your time. This is the important part. You're not giving your number to every man that asks. You're taking your time. You're evaluating who they are. If they're acting seductive, trying to be flirtatious, saying things that have little innuendos, talking about your body, saying multiple times how gorgeous you are, how they need a woman like you. I'm sorry, that's not a good catch for you. It's not. I will say the 3 men that I spoke to initially, mind you, there were plenty. Those ones, they opened well, they opened nicely in the messages, and they were normal, they were polite. One kind of told a joke. Yeah, so just be mindful of that. Like, but keep in mind the jokes they probably say to everybody, but yeah. Okay, so then you exchange your numbers. They should be trying to have a phone call with you within a couple of days. Everything's a little bit different, but they should say, hey, I want to talk to you. When can I speak to you? That should be the first thing. Okay, then you go from there. I can give a part 2 as well about what's to happen when you're online dating for your first date. But for now, they should plan a first date. In that first call, and it's not bad if they ask you through the messages. Mine usually only be for a couple of days when they want to take you out. But they need to ask for your number and you need to talk to them. And I do recommend, if you have the opportunity to get another number that you can call on, just for safety purposes, so somebody crazy and I have your number. The crazy thing is, there was someone from, mind you, I only went out with 3, but there was a couple people, I think maybe 2 others that I had exchanged numbers with. One ended up being really weird and crazy. And that was in like probably March, February, April, and that 2022. And that person, can you believe that they called me a few weeks ago? I had no idea who it was. I did not answer, but they texted me, and then I said, who is this? And they were like, so and so. I was like, who? And then they said, oh, so and so from so I was like, I said, I'm married. But that person was crazy. I never went out on a date with them. So just be mindful of that. I would recommend, if you have the means to do it, get another number. All right, so then here comes the part you're going to talk for about 30 minutes when they ask when you're available to call. If they ask you for a date within that day, say no, because don't say why, but you need more notice in that. Or you can be respectful and say, hey, I'm busy that day, but maybe another time. But you need to know that first call, they should be asking you on a date, okay? Within 30 minutes, they need to ask for a date and talk to you. Or if not, if they want to schedule a second call, that's fine. But absolutely within a second call, within an hour of talking, so 30 minutes, or a first call an hour, they should be a date set up. After that, you're not having multiple calls. They should not be texting your phone crazy. You should not be texting them if they want to say, hey, how are you? That's okay. Take some time to respond. Don't respond right away. Don't be on your phone all day. Do not be texting them during working hours unless it's on your break. They should be calling you, and they should have a date scheduled that week, okay? So you're not going to be, there's ladies who, they get themselves involved. They're on the phone all day getting so happy talking to this man. Absolutely not. Don't invest so much in that person. They haven't invested in you. They haven't taken you on a date. You're just going to talk to them here and there. I would say, let's say he called you on a Monday. He didn't schedule a date. He called you on a Wednesday. He scheduled a date for Sunday. You're not talking to him all day. You're not even, I wouldn't even have any calls with him. I'm like, okay, I'm excited to see you on the weekend. If he wants to text you at some point, you can say, okay, yep, I'm good. During the week, I wouldn't even have any more calls with him after that, okay? Unless it's going to be scheduled for like 2 weeks out, but it's still, you're limiting your, no. I take that back. You shouldn't be calling. You shouldn't have having a lot of calls with him in the first place. It's not going to do you well, because you're a woman. You're going to start getting your emotions tied up hearing him on the phone. Yes, there's no FaceTime involved in this. But next video, I'm going to talk to you about what you should do prior to the first date and on the first date. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.